Thinking, you know, a huge talker this week occurred when the Arizona State Supreme Court ruled it's okay to drive with pot in your system as long as you're not impaired. That ruling could be a game changer really for medical marijuana users and drivers really in general. So here to break down this ruling, to explain what it means for you at home and for all of us on the road, we brought in a well-known Valley criminal defense attorney, Marc Victor. Marc, thank you very much for coming in this morning. Really appreciate that.
Thanks for having me, Chris.
Marc, let's get right to it, my friend, and explain to me what exactly does this ruling mean?
Well, first of all, I think it's important to say, Chris, that this ruling has nothing to do with drivers who are actually impaired. It is still illegal to drive with any drug in your body or alcohol impaired to the slightest degree. It has nothing to do with that. This ruling deals with whether or not it's a DUI to drive when you're not impaired. And so what this ruling dealt with specifically was a metabolite of marijuana that everybody agreed in the case was not active, did not impair. So we're dealing with a class of people who everybody agrees are not impaired. And this particular metabolite in the case could actually stay in your body up to 30 days after ingestion. So that was really the question at issue. And the problem here was the statute was written in a way where people were being convicted of this particular DUI crime for ingesting 30 days ago and driving in a way that's not impaired. And you got to remember, Chris, a DUI conviction is really a serious conviction. They all carry mandatory jail time, mandatory fines. So this was really a somewhat of a high-stakes case.
And Marc, as you well know, County Attorney Bill Montgomery extremely disappointed in this ruling, and he's calling on the Supreme Court and others to take a second look at this ruling. But for a criminal defense attorney, what does this do for you and your clients?
Well, look, as a criminal defense lawyer, it means less business for us, but it means more freedom, and it's a better rule for the citizens of Arizona. So I'm definitely in favor of it. I think the Supreme Court got it right here. They're not going to take another look at this. There was only one dissenter in the case. Really, where Bill Montgomery, I expect him to go, is back to the legislature. But, you know, I spoke to Bill this week, and I don't think he's that disappointed with the outcome. I think it's more of a technical issue about whether or not the court should have fixed this or the legislature should have fixed this. But I think they got it right because at the end of the day, it's the legislature who got it wrong in the first place. I don't think you can really expect them to fix it.
Really quickly, Marc, do you see this happening now across the United States with this landmark ruling here in Arizona?
No, I don't. And the reason for that is very few states actually had this specific law. Some of the other states have actually exempted the inactive metabolite of marijuana from their DUI statutes. Arizona is one of very few states that didn't do that. So now our Supreme Court fixed it to really bring us more in line with a more reasonable policy what the other states are doing.
All right, Marc Victor, my friend, thank you very much for explaining this to us here live on ABC 15 Mornings. You're watching ABC 15 Mornings.